Don't Worry, Darling is not just the title of Olivia Wilde's new film, it's also her latest response to the drama surrounding it. Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
The director and the star of Don't Worry, Darling appeared on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert last night to promote her movie. She addressed one of the many controversies shrouding it, spitgate.
Another one of our weird rumors, spitgate, which you might have heard about, is
Harry Styles. Did Harry Styles spit on Chris Pine?
No.
Why or why not? Support your answer.
He did not. But I think it's a perfect example of, like, people will look for drama anywhere they can. Harry did not spit on Chris, in fact. But that...
Only time will tell.
No, he really didn't.
Well.
He did.
All right.
So Nigel Smith is here with us in Studio 57 to break down what's going on. He's a senior news editor for the movie section of People Magazine and People Digital. Okay, so Spitgate is like the last chapter in this weird drama unfolding about this movie. It was a very sort of hotly contested movie. A lot of people wanted, to get their hands on it and make it. Olivia Wilde got the opportunity to direct it, and now there's all this drama surrounding it. Just take us back to chapter 1 and bring us to Spitgate.
Oh boy, how long do we have?
We don't have long.
There's a lot of tentacles to this ongoing saga. So it all kind of started at CinemaCon, which is where cinema exhibitors go to watch directors and filmmakers and actors sell their movie. And so Olivia Wilde showed up to tout, her second film as a director after Booksmart. Everyone's very excited to see what she was going to do with this project. It was a blacklist script, which means that everybody wanted to direct it, right? And she was served with custody papers on stage as she was selling her movie, which I don't think has really ever happened before. And so everybody obviously made a big deal of that. That's where the controversy first started. And the conversation didn't become about the movie, but about what was going on in her personal life with ex Jason Sudeikis, and also just in general what was going on behind the scenes. And as we all know, she's now with her leading man in the movie, Harry Styles.
Brings us to controversy number 2.
Exactly, and he is arguably the biggest male star in the world at the moment. And so everybody wanted to know exactly when they met, if they were getting to know each other during the making of the film. And he also replaced actor Shia LaBeouf. And the fact that she got with Harry during the making of this kind of raised some red flags about what exactly happened there. So there's a lot to get into.
But then, so
Shia
LaBeouf, when Shia LaBeouf was on the film, she, in speaking to her actors during the filming of this film, including Florence Pugh, who I think raised some questions about working with Shia LaBeouf because of some of the things that are alleged that he has done.
Yeah,
right?
Shia LaBeouf has his own controversies that could take up a whole segment alone. And so there are a lot of allegations out there surrounding him, and the fact that he left the project when all this was kind of coming to light obviously brought to mind the allegations that were against him. And what Olivia Wilde said in a cover story with Variety just around a month ago in promoting the movie, that's when this all really blew up, because she said on the record that she fired him and that she had a no A-word policy on her set. That went into her decision behind his alleged firing, and that he was not jiving well with her leading lady, Florence Pugh, who is in every scene of the movie. So if she's unhappy, then the movie's not going to turn out very well.
So that's what Olivia Wilde said on the record to Variety, but then...
Variety, the same publication that published this story, published a letter that was written by Shia in which he alleged that he wasn't fired, that there was a misunderstanding, and that he left the movie on his own terms.
And he had receipts, Nigel.
And he had a lot of receipts. He had video as well as email evidence. And it was the video that kind of went viral because it shows Olivia Wilde begging him in a way to stay on the project.
So basically what you're looking at here, right, is a director saying, look, I'm standing in solidarity against the women who've alleged these issues with Shia LaBeouf and my leading actress, my leading star, who voiced concerns. I'm standing in solidarity with them. And Shia says, hold on a second.
That's not what you told me.
That's not...
Exactly. And we have to remember that she called Florence Miss Flo in the video. And people saw that as condescending towards her leading lady. We don't know the context of that, obviously. But that's what's happening.
And there's also rumors about this discrepancy in pay.
We saw like that, to the point about Miss Flo, that Florence Pugh during like promotions of this film.
Yeah.
Never looked at her.
Yeah.
Never interacted with her because, Anne-Marie, of this other issue.
Right. Oh, so we don't know. This hasn't been confirmed, I don't think.
Yeah.
But you can sort of shed some light on it. That that Florence was being paid much less than Harry Styles, who is not an actor. This is only a second movie, and he's not the star of the movie, though arguably he's a big star. But that he was getting paid way more than her.
Yeah.
Do we know if that's true?
Well, what we know is what Olivia Wilde has said. So in her Variety cover story, she strongly denied those rumors. She said Florence is the leading star of this film. It was equal pay. I'm a woman. You know, this is a huge thing for me as a female filmmaker to make sure that there's equality on set. So she denied those reports, as far as we know.
All right. So, audience, if you've got it,
Follow the
right?
bouncing
If you
ball.
followed the bouncing ball, I think we did a very good job
Yeah.
of laying out where we are, which led us to the moment where Olivia Wilde was last night on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert and address Spitgate. What is Spitgate? Before we wrap up this conversation, explain what that is.
Spitgate is kind of the most absurd thing to come out of this whole controversy. So at the Venice Film Festival, the film had its world premiere. The press
here's the
conference
video.
Here's the video. The press conference itself was pretty uneventful, so everybody dissected what happened when everybody was together, including Florence, at the actual screening. And so there's video that was slowed down by users on TikTok and Twitter showing what they think is Harry spitting in, as we can see, Chris's lap.
So, what do you,
I don't
when
see
you look at the
anything.
video?
I don't see anything. But maybe I bet.
Well, no, check it out. Watch really closely one more time. You see a blow. He looks down at exactly that one moment, and
Yeah.
he's like, "What the f?"
He does look down at his lap, Chris, going exactly what the F. And it took me 4 watches, I'm not going to lie, and
Thank
a lot of
you.
coffee to see what
I'm actually
people
more
were
distracted by
seeing.
that caller.
What's more amusing is, have you seen the GIFs that have been coming out? There's this really, really popular one of Harry throwing a goat down on Chris's
That's
lap,
amazing.
and that's what it is.
But you know, ultimately, you're right, Nigel and Anne-Marie. This is sort of distracting because it is the most absurd thing to come out of
Yeah.
this. There are some real issues that were raised in all of this drama, including
Completely.
equity between female
Yeah, the
actors
female-
and male actors,
yeah.
and whether or not a star, no matter how big he is, no matter how talented he is in the form of Shia LaBeouf, should be allowed to work on these sets when there are so many allegations, including being sued by FKA Twigs over allegations of abuse that she says he inflicted on her.
But also, I mean, so you have a director who's in a relationship with their leading starlet, whatever. Shocking, never heard of that before in
Right?
Hollywood. I mean, that some of this attention, this extra attention on these sort of minor little dust-ups really has a lot to do with sexism. That if Olivia Wilde was a man, we would be talking about what a great job she did as a director of the movie.
Would we though now in 2022, Anne-Marie? Do you think that if it's
that's a
a
good
male
question.
director and you're ostensibly the boss of the production, and you were in a relationship with your leading co-star or your leading star, it might be seen as problematic unless you're already married, unless it's like a Paul Newman, Joanne Woodward situation or whatever. When
I
there's
don't
two.
know. I mean, I don't have any recent examples to draw from, but a lot of actors over the years have had relationships with their male directors, and nobody even questioned it. It didn't even get brought up in interviews. I'm talking about people like Quentin Tarantino, and there's so many filmmakers I can go back and name. So I think it's also the fact that it's Harry Styles, right? He's not known as an actor primarily. He is a musician, and he has a lot of female fans who want to know about his love life.
So here's my other question to you, though.
Yeah.
Any publicity is good publicity. I don't know if I would have known about this movie without all this
Right.
stuff.
So-
It's true.
And it's a good movie,
And
apparently.
it's actually a good film.
Yeah.
I saw it recently, and I went in with pretty low expectations just based on all the drama surrounding it, and it really holds up. You forget about all of that while you're watching it because Olivia is such a talented filmmaker. She really drops you into this world of the movie, and it's tracking to open pretty big. So,
Well,
love
I know. I'll
Booksmart.
probably watch it.
Yeah, I'll probably watch it. I did love Booksmart. Nigel Smith, great to have you. We really broke it down.
thanks.
Appreciate it, my man.
thank you.